Mexican-American, son of immigrants, coming a few blocks to see the Coliseum, where the Olympics had been. And then the sports arena, which is right here. And then the 110 freeway took his and his family's home, but that's another story. He talked about what it meant to feel part of something great, even though his family had nothing. And I know for a kid that's gonna come here and watch a game, she's gonna feel herself as an author of the future of the city. She's gonna see herself as a player one day on these fields, maybe even lifting up a trophy or a gold medal when the Olympics and Paralympic Games are here in 2028. And that fan passion that supports sports here in Los Angeles has been recognized. In a national survey of fan engagement and success on the field, LA was recently ranked the #1 soccer city in America. So you're in the right place. And this is where the Angel City football team will take flight. A city that loves soccer, that breathes soccer, that celebrates soccer, and that looks at everything through a lens of gender equity. This is where our newest players will run onto the pitch, where professional athletes as superstars, and most of all as role models to our daughters, like my daughter Maya, will build a tradition that is LA. It's one of the reasons why First Lady and the best part of my day, Amy Lane Wakeland, looked at sports in this city, and we realized in our own parks, girls were just 25% of the participants and boys were 75%. So we launched Girls Play LA. And today, 47% of those participants, still 3% to go, are girls, without taking a single spot away from a boy. You see, we can't leave anybody on the sidelines. We can't forget all of our people matter and count. And in the city and in cities across the country, less than 1/3 of coaches are female. That doesn't work for us in LA. That's not who we are here in LA. So to increase the number of women coaches and bring in more women of referees and umpires, we started an initiative with Nike and others to get that done here. So that by 2028, we're surpassing equity, that we're showing that we are a model not just for our own people, but for the world. And we want our sports fields, just like our halls of government and our boardrooms and our directors' chairs and laboratories, to be as diverse as we are here in the city of Angels. And most of all, we just want every girl to grow up knowing she can be anything she sets her mind to. So as a young Angelino who might be the next Mia Hamm or Crystal Dunn is playing soccer at her Recon Parks facility, she'll see her dream here and know that it is possible. También yo quiero decir unas palabras en español porque estamos en una ciudad muy diversa. Y estamos aquí para dar la bienvenida al club de fútbol Angel City Alba y celebrar aún otra razón por la que Los Ángeles es la mejor ciudad deportiva del país. También somos una ciudad comprometida a la equidad de género. Por eso ampliamos Play LA para inspirar más niñas a jugar en los campos y canchas de nuestra ciudad. Y por eso nos asociamos con Nike para aumentar el número de mujeres trabajando con entrenadoras y árbitros. Este es una reflexión de nuestros valores, no solamente una ciudad diversa, pero una ciudad de sueños. You know, it's Spanish, if you translate what Los Angeles is, it's Angel City. So you really have taken the name of our city, el nombre de nuestra ciudad. La ciudad de Los Ángeles es el nombre de este club. Y también es un parte de la inspiración del futuro, nuestras inversiones en nuestra comunidad y nuestras hijas y nietas. Y finalmente tenemos el nombre de este equipo y el nombre de esta ciudad juntos. Let me say one other thing, and I want to take this off. And this is pretty badass, don't you think, the first scarf? Because I just have to say while we have media here, the importance of one other thing, and I'm going to hand it over to Marco Vitomas. Today we had 5,000 cases of COVID-19. It's a new record. And I need folks who are out there to hear this loud and clear. And I hope that what we've said, and the Board of Supervisors and the City Council has said 2 weeks ago, is going to bear better numbers out next week. But at this pace, not only was this the worst day in our history, but in another week or 2 or 3, we could see our hospitals overwhelmed. And those pictures we saw in New York, and those pictures we saw in northern Italy, and other places right here. Take this seriously. Stay at home. As much as possible, do not mix with any other households. Cancel your travel unless it's an emergency or essential work. Cancel those holiday plans. Spend Thanksgiving with a nice little chicken instead of a big turkey. Don't think moving indoors with some windows open is as good as the county says has to be outdoors. And please, please, please remember, isn't about government telling you what to do. This is about saving lives. These are acts of love to save one another. I want to have as many people who wanted to see a game here next year to see a game of this incredible team. Thank you for that indulgence. With that, I'm so happy to celebrate this with you today and to write this history. And I want to thank a dear friend and a man who has been an angel in the City of Angels. And as a supervisor, as a state assembly member, as a state senator, as a council member again, and who knows what else in the future, he has been a true leader in this city. Please welcome our dear friend, Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for our Mayor, Eric Garcetti. Always delighted to be here and want to say from the top, we're making history today, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here on this historic day. It's not only a day that's special, but you have to be mindful of the fact that it's not every day you get a chance to acknowledge and welcome the first majority female founded, funded, and led professional women's sports team in the entire world. Somebody ought to shout about that. It's all real right now, right here. I want to say that we want to welcome to Los Angeles, Angel City Football Club. I said, welcome to Los Angeles, Angel City Football Club. Your arrival in our city is an inspiration to many, especially girls of all ages and backgrounds that do not see themselves represented in professional soccer in our city. But those days are numbered. And representation matters. If you believe that, why don't you say representation matters? Because it does. Let me hear you say representation matters. Even through your mask, you can say representation matters because it does. And I feel like it has to be said again that it matters because it will be transformative of the lives to which the mayor just spoke. And today, your leadership from the field, executive offices essentially blaze a trail that many will follow. Let me say it in these terms. And it was recently stated by a woman of consequence and prominence, and she said that you may be the first, but you will not be the last. Am I right about that? That's the message we have to deliver today. I'm grateful for these possibilities that create more possibilities. And so, Angel City, you're just doing the damn thing, and it's important that you do it all day long. Am I right about that? And so, this is a challenging moment in our time, and we realize it to be such. But let me just simply say that I believe this team will be an exemplar of that which is resilient. The resilience is what we need and what we will practice. This new powerhouse team will bring economic growth and an undeniable boost to the creative economy, creating jobs at a time when we certainly need them the most. And so the creative economy, I speak of sports, arts, culture, and entertainment, is critical to the city's economic health. And I trust that this football club will be a meaningful contributor. Say that differently. I know that this football club will be a meaningful contributor. And as I close out my time and my current assignment, I'm looking forward to welcoming you along with my colleague on the City Council, who will say that you have added something very special to Exposition Park. This is a moment of reckoning of consequence in terms of social justice, and we look at it through a lens of equity in terms of gender. It seems to me that we can never, ever lose sight of that. And so the excitement and the energy that you've already generated is inspirational count the days when we can celebrate together, we can root hard and never turn back at this very remarkable stadium. And isn't it remarkable? And with this new team coming in, it's going to become even more remarkable. It will become even more historic. That's what we think about the Bank of California Stadium. And so, Angel City, do your thing. Make us proud. Right here in Exposition Park, just do it like it can't be done better by anybody else. The successes will be wild. And we're going to cheer you on to great heights. And so I just simply want to say to you, congratulations. You make us better by your presence. With that, may I take this opportunity now to introduce a colleague of consequence. He is the council member that represents what we refer to as the new 9th District. Please welcome the Honorable Curran D. Price.
Nuestra casa has a ring to it, doesn't it? Let me just thank our supervisor, soon to be councilman again, for his very generous remarks. To Lily, thank you. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for your presence. We just know that you're going to continue being an inspiration for us all. We heard from our mayor, and I just want to welcome everyone here to an exciting opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to this community and our belief that we can do anything. Don't you agree? I think so. A couple of years ago, I had the honor of being a part of the announcement of our ACFC team, and today we've come full circle with the extraordinary addition of the Angel City Football Club. Did you hear me? Angel City to our Bank of California Stadium right here in the new 9. It's important to note that the majority ownership of the team, as has been referenced before, is made up of phenomenal women who have collectively broken every glass ceiling in their way. And they continue, Mr. Supervisor, they continue to break these ceilings. In our pursuit of gender equity and inclusivity, we are finally seeing the results of years of blood, sweat, and tears that it's taken to get here. From the vice presidency to our world championship LA Sparks women's basketball team, and now with the addition of the Angel City, the women of the United States are setting the trails on fire. The magnitude of their power to persevere and to never let anything get in their way truly matters, and it's a profound demonstration of their commitment to magnify the voices and skills of all women around the world. That's what your actions are doing here today. What a refreshing example this is to the legions of little girls that will fill this stadium, especially for all the black and brown girls that live right here in my district in CD9 in South LA. Watching these powerhouse women take the field with their grit, determination, and skills on full display will leave everyone in awe and make us all understand and appreciate the possibilities of making dreams come true. The presence of this team will have a profound effect on inspiring generations to come. Don't you agree with that? So we want to thank you, the Bank of California Stadium, the LA Football Club, and our new Angel City Football Club for seeking value and understanding the importance of value right here in South LA and making CD9 your new home. And so to all I say, Nuestra Casa, welcome on. And without further ado, it's my honor to introduce our Presidente, someone who really needs no introduction, Larry Friedman, the president of LAFC. Your honor.
Friedman, the co-president and chief business officer of the Los Angeles Football Club and Bank of California Stadium. Thank you all for joining us today, and special thanks to Councilman Price, Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas, Mayor Garcetti, the leadership, and all of our neighbors here in Exposition Park, who all supported the vision for our club and our venue from day one, and helped us turn that vision into this reality, which in many ways has led us to today. And today, it is my distinct honor, on behalf of our ownership group, represented here by our lead managing owner, Larry Berg, and the incomparable Mia Hamm, to welcome you on what is a joyous and important day for the beautiful game, for our city, for our club, for our stadium, and our new partners, the Angel City Football Club. From the beginning, we set out to build a club where everyone was welcome. A club that would strive to unite the World City through the world's game, and a club that would elevate the beautiful game in this city and this region, not just for men and boys, but for women and girls too. Something that Angel City owner and our partner, Mia Hamm, has reminded us of many, many times, and is exemplified by our long-standing partnership with Slammers FC on the LAFC Slammers Girls Academy. So today, on this same plaza, where in the spring of 2018, we cut a ribbon and presented this state-of-the-art, world-class venue to this community, we are thrilled to welcome our new partners, Angel City FC, to our family, to our home, to their home. Nuestra casa es su casa. We look so forward to standing shoulder to shoulder with you and your club to create great experiences and memories for your supporters and fans here in the heart of Los Angeles, and joining together to be an even more powerful force for good in our community. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce our friend, our partner, and Angel City co-founder and president, and truly a force of nature, Julie Ehrman.
Larry. First, I want to thank Larry Berg and Bennett Rosenthal, Peter Guber, and Brandon Beck for believing in us, believing in our mission, and letting us share your beautiful home. I also want to thank Natalie Portman and Karen Nortman for believing that bringing a women's professional soccer club to LA was not the craziest idea they have ever heard. I want to thank Alexis Ohanian for believing in our mission and vision from day one, and for being part of this from the very beginning, and also for making it a family affair and bringing in Serena and Olympia to our ownership group to support us. This is a little bit of a homecoming for me. I have been an athlete and a sports fan my entire life. In fact, my earliest memories of watching other people play was right there at the Coliseum with my mom and my sister every weekend watching USC football. And today, in the fall, normally, every weekend, you will find myself and my kids and my sister and her kids right there at the Coliseum watching the Trojans. And this is the home of where I saw my first MLS game, and I was literally transformed. I was transfixed by the 3252 and the energy and the passion that they bring to the city and to their club. And Larry, I want to so desperately follow in your footsteps and build something for Angel City FC that you have built for LAFC and their fans. I've tried many times to call you a mentor, to consistently call me your colleague, and I take that at the highest esteem. We at Angel City Football Club are thinking differently about football. This is not just a game, this is bigger than a game. We want to build an organization where mission and capital can coexist. We stand for equality and impact, and we want to make impact in our community. We say we want to be champions on the field as much as we want to be champions off the field. And that started from day one with our partnership with the LA 84 Foundation, with our partnership today with the food drive we're doing here, the Boys and Girls Club of Hollywood. We want to make a difference in our community. We want to be role models for not only young girls, but also young boys. And more importantly, we want to show everyone that there is not one way to do something. Kara, Natalie, and I looked at this club very differently. And we decided that we were going to put together an incredible, star-studded group of investors who can make this club bigger and global, where this impact could be felt worldwide. We are so lucky to call Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy, Lily Singh as our owners, Abby Wambach, Cindy Holland, David Nathanson. We have this incredible group of owners who know how to tell stories, how to play soccer, how to build a community and make impact. And that's what you're going to get from Angel City. You're also going to get a lot of fun because we know how to do that too. So I want to thank you all for coming here today. Larry, I want to thank you again. And Kara and Natalie, thank you for bringing me on this wild ride. Angel City FC has a new home, and we can't wait to see you all here in the stands in 2022. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Lisa Baird, the Commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League, the NWSL.
Thank you, Julie, and thanks to everyone for being here, especially Mayor Garcetti, Supervisor Ridley Thomas, and Councilman Price. Knowing that the elected leadership of this great city stands behind our league in general, and Angel City Football Club specifically, is just another example of why I'm so incredibly thrilled to welcome ACFC into the NWSL family. And I have to tell you a story. I'm a brand new commissioner. I was announced to the National Women's Soccer League on March 6th, a Thursday, and at 2 a.m. that next morning, when I checked my phone, there was a letter from Mayor Garcetti saying, please bring a team to LA. So it was almost at 2 a.m. that I said, wait a minute, there's something up. But what an honor to be with this incredible ownership group, a region and a community of committed soccer fans, and now this venue that takes my breath away. It absolutely takes my breath away. It's the first time I've seen it. That is going to showcase the talented players of the NWSL. And it just could not be a more exciting time. I just want to pause for a moment to echo what Mayor Garcetti said and what's on us today. Thank you to all the frontline workers in Los Angeles and across the country that are doing the necessary work to keep us safe and well. As this pandemic has taken so many lives and disrupted millions more, some might ask, why on earth are we focused on sports in this moment? And for me, it's simple. Sports inspire us, they motivate us, they connect us, and they unite us. If we can operate safely during this challenging time, and we at the NWSL have proven this year that we absolutely can, then we're going to do everything in our power to continue to move forward, to grow this league and entertain our millions of fans, frankly, most of which seem to be here in Los Angeles. Thank you again to all of you that have joined us today. It's an absolute honor to be associated with this new team, and here's to even better days ahead. With that, I'd like to welcome the legendary Kobe Jones to the microphone.
first off, I just want to say, wow. This is actually an amazing time, and thank you for having me here today. I know there's probably a few people out there kind of giving a little side eye, you know, with me being here, but you know, this isn't about me. This isn't about a team that I have played for before, or a team that I haven't played for. This is about Angel City FC and its new home. And this is a gorgeous venue, Bank of California Stadium, you know, for this team, and it's an inspiration, you know, for the future. What this is really about as well, this is about the fans. This is about all the fans that wanted an NWSL team here in Los Angeles. This is about the different supporter groups that have already been established for Angel City. Well, you can talk to that one, that's fantastic. This is about the individuals that are out there that will eventually be supporters of Angel City FC. And I'm excited that being part of that ownership group, that I can say that I was a part of this, that I can look forward to the continued growth, you know, into the future. This is also about the strides that we are seeing that are going for the women's game, for not only women's sports, but women playing soccer, and especially here in Los Angeles. This is also about, you know, another important part is the growth of soccer in general. This is what we all want to see. We want to see soccer continue to grow, and Angel City FC is continuing to allow that to happen here in Los Angeles. And I'm excited for this team and what all LA teams bring. And that is leadership within the community, leadership within sports, beacons around the world. That's right, not only here in Los Angeles, but a beacon around the world. So for all the little boys, yes, and the little girls out there, they can look to Angel City FC and be proud of what they're accomplishing. This is something special, and I hope that you all out there will be excited and be willing to join me no matter wherever you are, not just in Los Angeles. It's going to be around the whole United States and around the world. Join me in being a fan of this club. So enough of that. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to introduce another legend. Julie Vowdy, come on, yeah, you know I was talking about you. We talked about this before.
Girl who's like, that's me every day, literally, after I talk to Jules number one, as I call her. I'm like, yes, this is us. And today, I know I speak for Mariel Ham, for Mia, my teammate and dear friend for many years, and a bunch of other players who are drinking a lot of Heineken right now in the owner's box. When I say how thrilled we are to be a part of this. When Jules and I first started talking, and Mia and I started talking to Jules number one, as we call her, we quickly came to the realization, like, wow, this would be really cool to do with all of our sisters who have either played here, or who were born here, or who were raised here. And so there's 14 of us former U.S. Women's National Team players as part of this ownership group. And we feel like it's coming full circle, right? That this is our legacy to help continue to grow the game, to grow the sport, and we can't think of a more fabulous place to do that. On top of all those players in the owner's box right now is my two kids are up there, and it's my 11-year-old son and my 13-year-old daughter. And I say that is important for me to have both of them here today. When I said to my Izzy, who's 13, do you want to join me? She was like, yes. My 11-year-old was like, I can come too, right, Mom? I was like, absolutely, let's go. And that's so important. I know Natalie has talked a lot about that in terms of her and that being a catalyst for her son and being a part of this group. But we are just thrilled to have fantastic ownership and support, and of course a fan base that is like no other, having been born and raised here myself. To bring women's soccer back to Los Angeles is huge for us. So thank you. I think we should get this party started, right? You've heard enough talks. I know Stephanie wanted me to point out, do you want to do this, Steph? One-on-ones in the back if you want them. And thank you to Larry and, of course, LAFC for
sharing your home with us. It's a wonderful place to be. We're so ecstatic to be here. Thank you all.
Anything else, Jeff?